Alright, my dear student, welcome back to your French language course online. Je m'appelle Chidi Igwe, and in the previous lesson we began to look at subject pronouns and how they work in both English and French. We saw that I, the equivalent is je. You, the equivalent is tu. He, she, the equivalent of he is il. The equivalent of she is elle. The equivalent of it is also il. The equivalent of it feminine is also elle. So you choose between il, elle for it depending on the gender of the object. And then we have on, which is also one or people or we. Now we have the plural ones. We, the equivalent is nous. You, the equivalent is vous. They, the equivalent is il and elle. If it is masculine group of they, then it's il. If it is a feminine group of they, it is elle. So we also identified the different persons, first person, second person, third person. So what that means is that nous is the plural of je, just like we is the plural of I. You is the plural of you. They is the plural of he, she, or it. So in this lesson, I am going to try to distinguish, give you a little bit more information, the difference between tu and vous. We have already seen this, just to re-emphasize it. Let's go to the next page. So I want you to take a moment to read this page. It is straightforward. The information can be summarized this way. Tu, actually, if you look here, the summary is there. Tu is singular, one person. It means you, but one person. It is also informal. You use it for your brothers, your mother, your father, your child, your friends. So people who are close to you. Informal, one person. Vous also means you. It is formal. It is formal. You use it for one person. You use it for plural. So vous is also informal plural. So if you're talking to your father and your mom at the same time, or your two children at the same time, once it is more than one, you use vous. So vous can be informal in that context, but it is also formal when you are addressing the president, or you're addressing your doctor, or somebody who is not on that kind of a pal kind of relationship. So this box here summarizes it. Just take a look. If you have any question, you let me know. There's this section here, which you can take a test to see how much you understand these things. Just take a look at that. If you have any question, you let me know. I'm going to go to the next page so that we can apply some of these things that we're learning more in terms of achieving our communication objectives. Dialogue. Le dialogue. Répétez s'il vous plaît. Imitez le dialogue modèle avec un partenaire. Changez les éléments gris pour personnaliser le dialogue. So remember that I transferred this from the original book, which is Liberté by Gretchen. So I moved things over and rearranged them the way I would like to use them. So that's why they're talking about this here. This is referring to the original work. It says, you need to imitate this dialogue. Look at the model dialogue. Imitate it with a partner. Here you have two people. You have Mark, you have Christophe. So they are doing something here, and you need to work with a partner to imitate it. Now you don't have your partner over there, but you can imagine that you have a partner. You can replicate, you can write it down, and then practice it by yourself. When you are learning a language, it is okay to speak to yourself. It is okay to talk to yourself. Some people may say it is weird. You are learning something. It may be weird in the sight of others, but you are doing what you should be doing. Practice it by yourself, speak to yourself, and it is okay. Changer les éléments gris, change the gray items, in the original book, pour personnaliser le dialogue, in order to personalize the dialogue. Let's see what is happening. Marc et Christophe. Marc says to Christophe, "Salut Christophe." And Chris says, "Ah bon, Marc, ça va?" Marc says, "Comme ci, comme ça. Et toi, Christophe? Comment ça va?" And Chris says, "Ça va bien, merci. Au revoir, salut." These words here are pretty familiar because we have come across them in the previous passages that we worked on. So, salut, hi, Christophe. Ah, hello, Mark. How are you? Which is ça va? And Mark says, comme ci, comme ça, so. Et toi, and you, Christophe? How are you? Comment ça va? Christophe says, ça va bien, merci. And Mark says, au revoir, and Christophe says, salut. So I will clean this up quickly. So replicate this, make your own dialogue, and practice with it. If you have any question, you can let me know. Rencontre, meeting, meetings. Au pluriel, it is plural. Rencontre. Imaginez un petit dialogue pour les paires ou groupes suivants. You see? Pair, a pair of people, two. Okay? Pair, group. So just imagine a short dialogue for either the pair or the group below. Suivant, below. C'est formel ou informel. Is it formal or informal? Pratiquez le dialogue avec votre partenaire. Practice this dialogue with your partner. Et présentez votre dialogue devant la classe. And present your dialogue in front of the class. Devant, in front. Devant la classe, in front or before the class. So imagine what these guys are going through. Create a dialogue for Mr. A, Mrs. B, Mr. A, Mrs. B, Mr. A, Mrs. B. The same thing here. You have Mr. A, Mr. B, Mrs. C. Create a dialogue for all three and be creative. Try to exhaust every vocabulary that you have learned so far. And if you have any question, let me know.